of Gran Turismo, the new Kia Stinger!
This is the Kia Stinger. It is currently the fastest Kia that you can buy. That's probably not saying much, since Kia is mostly known for producing vehicles like this. But it has up to 365 horsepower under the hood. It is rear-wheel drive, has a limited slip differential, and it can do 0 to 100 kph in 4.7 seconds. It is definitely not your regular Kia. The Stinger is a 4-door sports sedan. It is a GT car, kind of like the M5 in terms of size, but a lot less expensive and with slightly less power. The video probably doesn't do it justice. It looks a lot more eye-catching in person. The Kia booth was right next to the booth of the new Camaro, and the Stinger drew a larger crowd. The car looks very sleek and sporty with its long hood, its low stance, and its sloping roofline. The car looks unique and special enough that it'll not get lost in a regular parking lot. The car is a fastback. That means that the rear window glass opens with a trunk for better accessibility. It has vents over here for cooling the brakes. They're real vents and not just for show. Can't say the same for the hood vents though, because they're fake. I'd say the styling is pretty unique. It doesn't look like any other sports sedan in the market. The Kia Stinger is powered by a turbocharged V6 engine that produces 365 horsepower and this much torque. In the US, they will also get a 2-liter engine, but here in the Philippines, you will only get the V6. The interior looks quite premium, as you'd expect from a car at this price point. It is almost jarring to see the Kia logo here, because you usually don't expect this level of quality from Kia. The steering wheel has a flat bottom. It is leather covered, and it has the usual buttons for the infotainment and cruise control. The air vents are circular and they're made of aluminum. The buttons for the infotainment are also aluminum. Over here is an aux connector, a USB port, and a wireless car charger. It has 2 cup holders. It has an electronic parking brake, which is a bit of a disappointment for me. I don't think that this works as well as a manual e-brake if you want to do a handbrake turn. The shifter feels pretty ergonomic. It is also electronic though. There is no mechanical linkage to the transmission. It has paddle shifters if you want to do your own shifting. It has an 8-inch infotainment screen with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The seats are covered in leather and they're very nicely bolstered. The space at the back is pretty decent. Legroom is plentiful. Headroom is slightly less generous because of the sloping roof design. I'm 5'8" and I have about half an inch of headroom when I'm sitting back. The rear passengers will get their own air vents. There's also a 12-volt outlet here and a USB port. Trunk space is generous, and the back seats can fold down for even more storage space. The Stinger will be available locally later this year. Here in the Philippines, we will only get the top spec variant with a V6, and it will sell for 3.3 billion pesos. I, for one, am very excited to see it on our roads.